On this episode, we are going to be taking a look at Oriental claims in Omeo, Victoria, Australia. This place very well may be the richest alluvial goldfield in the world. So let's go check out some of the geology and the history. This is absolutely insane. This would have to be one of the most crazy alluvial diggings I've ever seen, if not the craziest. They've just gouged out the whole side of the hill. And you've got like sandstone, and you just got all these alluvial gravels down on different layers. It must just be a massive alluvial area, similar to Ballarat or Bendigo. It's hard to make sense of, really. It's chaos. There's just tailings piles and sandstone, all that mica schist. I don't know, it's hard to say. That's mica schist. Mica schist granite, I don't know. You'd need a geologist to sort of have a look at it. Is that an old mine? It probably is. So much alluvial gravels. It just makes you wonder. Any wonder that they got so much gold out of here? It's just a monumental amount of quartz, alluvial quartz, schist, and granite. So this looks awfully similar to the type of material that I'm washing down there at the creek. Awfully similar. Wonder if there's gold through that. It's crazy. Again, here we go. Here's another one of those little areas that have been like sort of gouged out. It's really gorgy in here. And same thing, just alluvial gravels, river stones. It's quite phenomenal to look at, really. With these silver gums, I don't know what they are, maybe silver gums, I don't know, I'm not a tree guy, but yeah. Have a look at that, that's a drift mine. Absolutely. Jesus. This is quite dangerous. Quite dangerous. Oh yeah. And they were down on bedrock right there. Oh, and they got in there. This place is so ancient. I mean, how would you be spending too much time underneath this? This is, it's not exactly the safest. But yeah, it's the schist and the quartz, that's what I'm seeing. That's what's more predominant, is the schist, which is here. Well, that might be really decayed schist or decayed granite. And then you got the quartz with it. Huh. This must be just one of the biggest deposits of alluvial material that I've ever seen in one spot. Down in this valley. More open cut. It's just that there's so much diggings. It's hard to know what this was. Is this actually just like a termite hill, or? I don't know, it's hard to make sense of. Here's another skeleton. I'm not sure why they left these little sections. Like it's obviously all been hillside that's been blasted. Or is it naturally eroded? It's hard to make sense of. You can't imagine that they had hoses everywhere. They did need water for that, so is this just naturally eroded? And you got like the grass on top of it. You'd have to think it's like somebody's had a little dig in that depression there. Definitely. And it's really easy to see why they got 58,000 ounces through here. They weren't digging for nothing. Somebody's had another go in there. Whether it's a new timer or an old timer. Somebody's done some testing. Just little, like, I don't know whether these are just mine dumps or how much gold did they leave behind? You'd have to assume they left a lot of gold behind. If they got 58,000 ounces, what didn't they get? Were they getting big nuggets? I don't know. I don't think so. It'd be most likely what I've been getting down on the creek. That was all probably an ancient walkway. Here's another one of those little skeletons. Wouldn't say little, but and somebody was drifting under the Chinaman. Only the Chinaman, I reckon only the Chinaman did that. They were small human beings. They could get into places like that, but I don't think Europeans would have the balls to get in there and do that sort of thing. I just can't see it. Oh, there goes a wallaby. It's just insane. My mate went for a walk up here the other week and he was trying to explain it to me. And I just couldn't. I was like, yeah, okay. But I did not expect this. Look at all these mine dumps. What were they doing? Were they taking the, there's no way they were taking their dirt down. They would have had to have water running through here. It's just everywhere. Like I've seen some big alluvial fields. But this is like, this is another level. This is a whole other level. This is, they just dug the absolute shit out of this place. There's another one of those cliff faces. Would have been interesting to see what it was like back in the day. Get an idea of what was actually happening. It's crazy. Where does it go? It goes all the way up there. You gotta be kidding. You got to be kidding. What were they doing? What were they doing? This is insane. Have a look at it. What on earth were they doing? 58,000 ounces. Just makes you think how much is still sitting under our feet. They could only get what they could get. It's the thing, every gold prospector misses gold. It doesn't matter how good you are, how many times you've been to an area. There's always more gold around you that you've missed. It's just a bit jumpy today. Hearing things and jumping, and I don't know. It's just what it's like when you're out here in the wild by yourself. This is just insane. It makes me think, is everything down there just tailings? Is it all just tailings? No, because then the gold would be everywhere. Because it's all if it's tailings, then it's all tailings. I think this is tailings. That's just friggin' crazy. And you see random little test holes. It's like, okay, maybe they found it there and they dug a hole here, but why? It's like, it would have been a case of, where do you dig? How would have you known or had an idea where to dig unless there was gold everywhere? It's just, I don't know. One of these spots, this is one of those spots, I don't think there's anything like it. There's nothing like it. And this is just all alluvial. Look at all that rock. That's tailings. And just washing out these gullies, man. It really makes you think. Oh, it's just insane. Cannot wait to get the drone up and fly the drone around and get some good shots. Couldn't fathom it. From down the bottom there where you drive in, you just wouldn't think. It's not until you go for a bit of a walk. I've seen it on Google Earth. I know what it looked like on Google Earth. But the vastness of it and the sheer scale of what they'd done. That all up there would have been the top layer. Everything down here has just was from up there. Essentially, they created half of the valley, if you ask me. That looks good. Look at that. There must be so much gold. So tell me guys, if you were a prospector in this situation and you're walking around here, where would you take a bit of test material from? Which mine dump out of all these millions of mine dumps? It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Kind of just leaves me scratching my head, to be honest. That's tailings, because it's just all, there's no gravel with it, it's all just rocks. So they've been washing a bit of dirt up here. Such a good day to get out and have a walk. Sensational. Looks very snaky up there, but there's another drift. Or a shaft, I guess you could say, a stope. Depending on what you want to call it. But again, it looks small. I don't think it's not, the Europeans didn't do it like that. Those really small ones, to me, they just seem like they would have been done by the Chinamen in order to maybe, you know, keep it a bit of a secret too. They could cover that up quite easy with shrubs, or yeah, they could probably cover it up really easy. There's another one there. It's just tunnels going everywhere in there. Like, this is another one of those man-made gullies. And it's just exactly the same. It's just an amazing amount of material that's been moved around. Alright, so we're at Pioneer Lookout. This has just been a wicked walk. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Pioneer Loop track. Omeo. Let's go check out the lookout, eh? What a special spot. So you can imagine in the 1800s, guys would have walked up here. They probably entered from this direction. Most of them come from the Bright Valley. There's the highway. All right. And they would have come up to a point like this. Wow. Oh, what? It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It really is. Is this a natural gorge? Surely they couldn't have done all this in the time that they had here. How? Oh, it's wild. When you're really into your prospecting and your gold and just history in general, coming to a spot like this, I really suggest, if you're driving past Omeo, to come down to the claim and walk up to Pioneer Lookout, because this is probably one of the most amazing views I've ever seen. It's not the most beautiful, but it's the most, like, it just leaves you in awe. $58,000 ounces. 1,803 kilograms. Holy dooly. Alright, let's make our way down. I cannot wait to fly the drone over this spot. It's going to be awesome. I was just actually thinking that 58,000 ounces, it'd be good to scale the area and get the dimensions of this area, and then see how many ounces could have come out of every little bit of ground, every acre or whatever, every 100 meters, every 100 by 100 you could work it out to be. But it'd be super interesting to take the scale of where they've actually mined and then divide it up and see how much gold was coming out of, yeah, like I said, one specific area, 500 by 500, whatever. So as I'm making my way back down, I see more of these. And the little tracks that they use to get up in there. Yeah, they were definitely Chinese. Little mountain goats, I tell ya. You picture them just sort of scaling this little cliffside, and it just makes you think. I've seen spots like this before, you know, that has a lot of these alluvial gravels and sandstone. That's what it is, it's sandstone. Up here, sandstone and alluvial quartz and schist. Wouldn't it be cool to just see gold poking its head out? Wishful thinking, but if they got 50,000 ounces out of here, you think that you maybe would be able to see a piece just poking its head through. That'd be so cool. There's some schist on that quartz there. Hard to see because of the lighting, but there's just mica schist. Sorry, there's mica all the way through this. Something big happened here. Something big happened. It just makes you think. Still a lot of gold in here, guys. Guys, if you're enjoying the video up until this point, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, hit the like button. Alright, so this is the northeastern side of the claim, which is Ah Fong's claim. Let's go check that out. Several claims were established in this area in the late 19th century, including Ah Fee's, Coria, and Ah Fong's. In those days, the scene was very different. Sluice boxes, cradles, water and gravel everywhere, and no trees. Over the life of the claim, Ah Fong's produced 6,000 ounces of gold, worth about $3 million in today's values. Ah Fong later used some of his gains to open a store and left the claim to his wife Mary. I have to add, since this sign was made, the value of gold has gone up drastically. So this is Ah Fong's claim. It's like a big hole in the earth, basically. They probably just stayed in here with the hose and just shot all of this out with the hose and created a big hole. Pretty interesting. Wonder if there's any gold left behind. It's so cool to get some more gold. I really want to get a little bit more like from this area to display. Some nice chunky stuff would be good as well. I just don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe I was really lucky the first time getting what I got. So this is like the north side of Oriental Claims, and it just looks exactly the same as the south side, the southwest side. It's just, there's just mounds of tailings and mine dumps everywhere. Surely that's not the entrance to... Probably was the top of an entrance to a shaft down there. This is just a sick place, isn't it? I would assume that before that was hit with the hose, that all this stuff was inside it. The schist and the quartz like there is around the other side. But I feel like they got the hose in here a lot easier than what they did up around the other side. Maybe there wasn't enough gold around the other side to warrant that, to warrant the hose. But there's no alluvial material left. And you can see the marks on the side of this gravel or dirt. You can see where it's been hit. You see where all the rocks have fallen out of it. It's really sick. Starlight. R. Sam and Lai Fook named this the Starlight Claim when they registered in 1893. This site represents the two main methods of mining in the area in periods when water wasn't available. Miners would use picks and shovels to dig caves and tunnels within the clay layer where the alluvial gold was concentrated. Otherwise, water was used to wash vast quantities of soil and gravel into sluice boxes in a process known as hydraulic sluicing. Okay, so there it is there. There's this actual claim. This is this actual claim. Wow. Makes sense. Or is that around the other side? Not 100% sure, but have a look at them go. Yeah, the sheer size of the operation here is definitely one of a kind. Which makes me think it was the biggest alluvial deposit in one spot that's ever been worked. And it ran all the way through from Dry Gully into Livingston's Gully, so Livingston's Creek into the valley, which is absolutely insane if you just look at all the rock stacking here. Oh, there's a wallaby up there. Look at him, he's watching me. That's cool. The intricate rockwork seen here forms part of the tail race of the Starlight Claim. The miners of the Oriental Claims dug more than 50 kilometres of ditches and channels to bring water from upstream for sluicing. These changes to the hydrology of the area caused muddy water to be discharged into Livingston's Creek, causing significant problems. Yeah, you'd think that that'd definitely cause a problem. So let's go for a walk down. Oh, nearly rolled my ankle. That would have sucked. Let's go for a walk down to the creek. This is Livingston's. I don't like hearing the sounds of wasps. It really makes me nervous. So ever since I got attacked here, like I got attacked by a swarm of them when I dug into a nest, and that really sucked, man. They bit me all over the face. And it was not good. I actually drove into town and just waited in town just to make sure that I was alright and I wasn't going to go into some kind of anaphylactic shock or something. So tail race come all the way down here. It's dumped all these sands here by the look of it. This is where all the loamy sand has been dumped down into. Looks like an amazing spot. So this is a property that is bordering the Livingston Creek in the valley, in the Omeo Valley. It's a very underrated place, I think. Just walking around this bush, it's very different. It's not like anywhere else that I've been to. It's a lot drier. What a privilege it was to be able to find a little bit of gold in this area and shine a little bit of a light on what went on in the Omeo Valley during these times. It's a town that was built on resilience, perseverance, hard work, mateship and willpower. Whether it be the pioneering pastoralists, the prospectors or the miners, they all displayed strong values and found joy in the simple things in life. And in an age where technology rules over us, laws, rules and regulations become more prevalent, we can only admire the freedom they had back then. It's such a simple video, just me walking around with the camera. It's very enjoyable to actually film it and just experience it and live in the moment at the same time as making some content. I have some grand plans in the future of doing more videos on the Omeo Township and other historical towns in Victoria and Australia. If you want to see more of that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a comment and hit the like button, and let's get to 1,000 subs. That'll be awesome. Cheers.